Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got some pretty cool things to go over, more Nintendo Switch 2 leaks to take a look at. We also have some new rumors regarding something called Pokémon Planet, apparently the upgraded version of Pokémon Home that's going to be coming to the Switch 2. We're going to be taking a look at that today, so if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. It's trying to hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, just a quick update about Pokemon Pocket. Cerebi have tweeted out saying, Cerebi update, Pokemon TCG Pocket has revealed some new promo cards that will be available in events soon. So we see the Blastoise here, we see the Squirtle, and we see the Charmander. So this, I think, is very, very similar to the Venusaur event, where obviously you have to do the battles, and then you get the packs, and then within those packs, you get these special promo cards. We've had a couple of these events already, like, say, the Venusaur one, we had the Lapras one as well. Of course, we've covered all of this already on the Pokemon Pocket channel. Again, will be in the description down below if you want to check that out. But yeah, there's loads of new cards that are coming to Pokemon Pocket. Covered it all on the channel. It's in the description down below. Shameless plug, whatever. But either way, that's coming to the game hopefully relatively soon. They're obviously going to be doing a Venusaur event that they've done, the Blastoise event, and they're probably going to do a Charizard event as well. The 3 Kanto starters. But either way, that's that. Let's move on to the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks. So this is some more leaks about the Nintendo Switch 2 design. Again, it's seemingly like we're getting some every single day now. These were actually posted a while ago. I say a while, it was like 5 or 6 days ago. But I'm only just getting around to covering it because there's been literally so many leaks, so you just have to pick and choose which leak to go over. But anyway, we have Wario64 here saying Dbrand's CEO, Adam, I don't know how to pronounce the second name, has confirmed to Insider Gaming that the actual design of the Nintendo Switch 2 is what's in the case in the animations. It is the Switch 2 with our kill switch case on it. So again, this is another image of the Nintendo Switch 2. This is confirmed by Dbrand's CEO. So obviously this is their case, but the case is for the Nintendo Switch 2. So what you're seeing here with like the blue and the red Joy-Cons and stuff is the actual Nintendo Switch 2. The case is obviously the merchandise that's sold separately by Dbrand. So anyway, let's take a look at this information on the website. So it says the design of the Nintendo Switch 2's next-gen console may have been leaked yet again by an accessory creator. Dbrand, who is a company that's no stranger to controversy, has posted a page for its upcoming case for the Nintendo Switch 2. Again, there's also been an update about this that we just covered. So Dbrand's CEO has confirmed to Insider Gaming that the actual design of the Nintendo Switch 2 is what's in the case of the animations. That is correct. It's the Switch 2 with our kill switch case on it, similar in principle to our kill switch for the Steam Deck, ROG Ally, and ROG Ally X, he said. So the community first shared a look at the back of the case online on its social media pages. With it came the message, we will not be answering any questions at this time. I mean, I feel like they could get a lot in, like they could really get in trouble if they just drop the Nintendo Switch 2 and say, oh, we're not answering any questions. Like, you've still dropped the Switch 2. Like, that's surely a breach of contract. Like, I don't know. I've got no idea, but seemingly Nintendo do not want you to do that. But either way, just under 20 hours later, Dbrand doubled down with a link directly to a page which was titled Switch 2, with even more looks at the case. It calls the Switch 2 kill switch. On the page itself, however, is where you get a better look at what appears to be a design of Nintendo's next system. An animation of the case rotating seems to show a Switch 2 console complete with the curved Joy cons and extra buttons that we saw from the past design leaks. Aside from the animation, the only thing on the webpage is a form to sign up to be notified when it becomes available, which, like, I think we're all going to know when it's going to be available anyway. And then it goes on to say, despite stating that they would not be answering any questions, Insider Gaming has reached out to Dbrand's CEO on the case and its design. Should a response be received, it will be added to this article. So this is, like I say, this is the Switch 2 that's not rotating here. So again, very similar to the other kind of leaked images that we've been going over recently, where you can kind of see that it's a bit of a wider screen and stuff. Obviously, it's a bigger console in general. But yeah, you can't really see like the magnetic Joy-Cons and stuff on this one, but we've already seen all of that anyway. Again, we pretty much know what the console is going to look like now, even maybe the dock as well at this point. Again, we've seen mock-ups and stuff of the dock, but we haven't actually seen leaks of it. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be a surprise when the Switch 2 generally gets announced. The surprises are going to be in the games that it gets announced with. Again, we know that Mario Kart 9 is probably going to get revealed with it, but then there's also the idea of an open world Mario 3D game, potentially Legends EA also getting revealed with it. Well, not revealed, but also obviously getting like a trailer with it and stuff like that. And then Kirby, Animal Crossing, maybe Smash, stuff like that. Obviously Metroid potentially as well. There's a lot of ideas that could be kind of getting thrown around about the games that drop with it, and that's what's going to be more exciting at this point. Like, the Switch 2 is obviously still very, very exciting, and when it does get announced, it is going to be really hype, but they've left it too long. We know what it looks like now. It has killed the hype a tiny bit in terms of being shocked. Like, it's kind of killed the shock factor of what it's going to look like. We're still going to be excited, but we know what it's going to look like now. It's just the games, luckily, they haven't been leaked, apart from Mario Kart, so we can still kind of look forward to that. But either way, we also have Wario here saying, D-Brand says it has actual dimensions of the Nintendo Switch 2 based on a 3D scan of the real hardware. They understand the Joy-Cons are magnetically attached with an ejection button on the back top, which again is basically what goes in hand with all the other rumors and leaks we've covered. Switch 2 measurements closer to 270 millimeters wide, 116 millimeters tall, and 14 millimeters thick, with the console portion taking up 200 millimeters worth of that width. They also say that the joysticks are around 6.27 millimeters tall, and the D-pad and ABXY buttons protrude by 1.57 millimeters, with a 180mm wide kickstand and back triggers that extend 14.1 millimeters. So they're apparently all the dimensions of the Switch 2. Again, there's so many things being thrown around now, it's hard to remember what has and hasn't been leaked, but I think that does go hand in hand with some other things that we've also covered about the Nintendo Switch 2. I think we've near enough covered everything now. Unless more stuff drops. I think we've kind of caught up with all the major leaks over the weekend. We're still kind of like going over them, but yeah, I think that's the majority of them. Wouldn't be surprised if we get even more this weekend, or the person that leaked it all on Reddit kind of comes out and says some more stuff. Apparently they're leaking it by Christmas as well, by the way, so that's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be Christmas Day or what, but yeah, apparently they're dropping all of those leaks around the festive period, but we'll have to wait and see. We do also have like a mock-up kind of side-by-side comparison here as well. Again, this is what the Switch looks like, obviously. This is the mock-up of the Switch 2, so this was by Hylian Hero, saying here's a mock-up comparison between the Switch and OLED and the Switch 2, if the leaks are true. So, as you can see, the dock is considerably smaller, which is interesting. I'm not sure if like the back of the dock is bigger, but you can see the actual console itself is much bigger. You can kind of see the sort of what do you call it? The we've literally just spoke about it. The kind of, I can't remember what they just said. The measurements. There we go. You can see the measurements there, the difference. So obviously it is bigger, but yeah, the dock is a lot smaller. Again, this isn't the logo. We kind of have an idea of what the logo is. We also went over that recently. This is obviously just a mock-up, but yeah, that's basically the size comparison of the Switch and the Switch 2, and also what the dock is mainly going to look like as well. So, like I say, this is a mock-up, not a leaked image, but from all the leaks, this is what it's going to apparently look like. So that's all that. Let me know your thoughts on these Switch 2 leaks. Are you still excited to see the... I mean, I guess we're all still excited to see the reveal, but are you kind of like done with the Switch 2 leaks now? You're like, okay, we kind of know what it looks like, just show us. Or are you still enjoying like these daily leaks that just seemingly are coming out? But anyway, let me know your thoughts on all that, and what do you think the Pocket event is going to entail. But finishing things off, we do have a new rumor to go over regarding something called Pokémon Planet, which was posted on 4chan on the 18th of December. And it's apparently the kind of next installment of Pokemon Home. So we obviously started with Pokemon Bank, we then moved to Pokemon Home, and now apparently Pokemon Planet is going to be the third installment of this software. So again, take it with a grain of salt. No idea if it's true or not. We have heard about an updated version of Pokemon Home from that leak that we got about the Switch 2, which also spoke about like Generation 5 remakes and stuff like that. Again, if that's true, then we are going to get an updated version. I don't know why we would, because the Switch 2 is going to have backwards compatibility, and the Switch 1 Pokemon Home version is literally just going to be able to be played on that. But maybe because of Gen 10 or whatever, there needs to be updated stuff. Who knows? Anyway, this is apparently going to be something that we're going to be seeing soon. So, Pokemon Planet is for the Nintendo Switch 2, which obviously makes complete sense. It's not going to be for the Switch 1. I don't know how we're going to be able to send stuff across, though, from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2. The 3DS is relatively simple. You're going to need, like, 2 monitors and stuff for the Switch and the Switch 2, or are you just going to be able to, like, kind of do it on a code on the Switch 1, log into the Switch 2. Like, seemingly we'd be able to download Pokemon Home on the Switch 2 anyway, because how are we going to access all our Pokemon from like Legends EA and stuff? Like, we're going to have to keep loading up the Switch 1 just to play. It's going to be a little bit annoying. So hopefully we can just play Pokemon Home on the Switch 2 regardless, and then we can easily transfer everything. But either way, Pokemon Planet for the Switch 2 is the next upgrade for Pokemon Home. And then there's going to be a free and a paid service, so obviously very, very similar to what Pokemon Home has right now. I don't know what the paid version is. I think it's like $10, $12, something like that a year, which isn't too bad. But obviously with the free service, you only get one box, so it's kind of, well, very subpar. At least with the paid service, you do get loads of boxes. But I feel like for the free service, you should at least get like 5 or something. Like, one box is just silly. Anyway, it's going to be $20 a year for the paid service, so that is an increase in price, which obviously you'd expect to see. Will it be worth it? Who knows? It depends what the features have. If it's the exact same as Pokemon Home, it's going to be very, very anticlimactic, but I'm assuming there'll be extra things. It says double the box space of Home. That would be relatively worth it. I mean, by the time Generation 10 comes out and whatever games come out on the Switch 2, we're probably going to need more box space. Again, I've got a ton of Pokemon on my Pokemon Home, and I still have a load of free boxes. But it would still be nice having even extra box space. But yeah, double is kind of mad. And then it says, can connect to Switch and Switch 2 games via backwards compatibility. So I assume that's when you're obviously dropping Pokemon into it. So obviously when you log into Pokemon Home, you have like all your games on the right, and then you click one, and then you have like on the right, you have the game, and then on the left, you have Pokemon Home. So it's going to be similar to that, and you're going to be able to go through them via backwards compatibility, which, yeah, I mean, that sounds very, very likely. If this is obviously false anyway, but it could be, that is how I'd expect to see it, even though this is, like I say, probably fake. It says drops alongside Generation 10 in 2026. So I don't think that means it's going to drop at the exact same time as Gen 10. The thing is, though, if Gen 10 comes out like November 2026, that means that Pokemon Planet would have to come out arguably around that same time, because obviously then we're in 2027. But notably, in recent times, Pokemon Home comes out like 6 months later after the game comes out, which is obviously very, very annoying, or compatibility for that game anyway. So that means that we'd have to get it straight away, which would be kind of cool. That'd be a mad year. I mean, it is the 30th anniversary, so they probably want to get it out that year anyway, but it says announced in the 2025 Pokemon Presents. So that's obviously in February in a couple of months, which would also be very, very interesting. Again, they could still announce 2026's Pokemon Generation 10 in the 2025 Presents as well. There has been rumors about that it's obviously kind of like ahead of schedule and stuff, which is weird because like Legends EA is so like behind on schedule, but then Gen 10's ahead on schedules. I mean, obviously there's different teams working on them, but it is just quite ironic. But yeah, announced in the 2025 Pokemon Presents, that'd be pretty cool. I feel like they need to announce something in that Presents. Like, we're going to get a Legends EA trailer, but obviously Legends EA is most likely going to come out before the August Presents, if we get one in 2025. So what are they going to show in that? Like, maybe a free content update? But apart from that, they need to kind of reveal something else, in my opinion. It says special Generation 10 mythical Pokemon for downloading it. So I don't think that means you have to pay for it. I think you just, as long as you download at least the free version, you get a special Generation 10 mythical Pokemon, which sounds good. It's a reason to, I mean, you download it anyway, but it's more of a reason to download it. It says there's going to be no ZA news until February, which obviously goes against what Riddler Q has said. I don't even know at this point. There's been so many people saying it is going to be January, so many people saying it's not going to be until February. It's hard to say. Luckily, we don't have to wait long for either of them. But at the same time, we are starving of Legends ZA news over here. And it says ZA release is May alongside the Switch 2. So it says ZA release in May, which obviously kind of goes against, well, that goes against and also goes for a lot of other rumors about the Switch 2. Like, a lot of people saying the Switch 2 is in March, a lot of people saying it's in May. Will it release alongside the Switch 2 even though it's a Switch 1 game? I mean, potentially. I'd love to play it on the Switch 2 instead of the Switch 1, so it's just going to run better. But at the end of the day, who knows at this point? I mean, Nintendo's literally all over the place with their releases and their announcements. So, yeah, who could really say? But I don't know. I don't know if I believe this. I mean, I like the idea of a updated Pokemon Home, just keeping it fresh and more kind of technologically advanced. And again, like that kind of other leak we covered, there is apparently going to be something like this. But Pokemon Planet, I mean, it's a cool name. Pokemon Bank into Pokemon Home into Pokemon Planet. I don't think we have anything called Pokemon Planet already. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but I wouldn't be surprised to see something like this for the Switch 2. Not saying that this is true by any means at all, but I wouldn't be surprised, like I say, if something similar to this was on the Switch too. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this rumor. Would you like to see this Pokemon storage system, Pokemon Planet, on the Nintendo Switch 2, or are you just fine having Pokemon Home? And then also, let me know your thoughts on all the Switch 2 stuff, everything that we else that we have covered today. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like I say, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.